Welcome home. Alright, so Bethesda have released the Fallout 76 known issues and feedback, and I've decided to break down this list into categories, that being big topics and their feedback on them, big problems that they addressed in patch 5 and the hotfix, what they plan to fix in the next patch, what they plan to fix in a future update further down the line, as well as requests for general gameplay. Let's start with the top issues and feedback that they covered. Crashing, server stability, and performance across all platforms. We're aware that there are many players experiencing various issues with crashing, server stability, and performance. With each patch, we work to address any number of crashes, server stability, and performance overall. Please keep submitting your tickets to our support team with what you are experiencing so that we can best look into the issue. Duplication exploits and issues. We take exploits very seriously. With each patch, we work to address these as they come up, with some fixes in patch 5. If you think you are experiencing an exploit, stop using it immediately and let our support team know in a ticket. If you feel you've experienced an issue regarding another player, including observing them using an exploit, we encourage you let our support team know by submitting a ticket. Scorch Beast concerns. We're looking into the issues and feedback being raised on Scorch Beast. Specifically, it relates to their Sonic Scream, loot drops, and issues with performance. As soon as we have the details of what is going into a future patch, we will update this list. Thanks for your continued feedback. And lastly, stash limit. We're currently exploring size increases to the stash containers. Once we have a number we're comfortable with that does not negatively impact server stability, we will update everyone on what that is and when you can expect to see it. Now moving on to big problems addressed in patch 5 and the hotfix. Explosive Bobblehead stacking has been fixed. The Bobbleheads no longer stack effects. Bobby Pin's weight being accidentally increased in patch 5, which was fixed in the hotfix. Known plan showing up across multiple characters, which was an error that was resolved in the hotfix. Mods being scrapped. The fix that went into place made it so that loose weapon and armor mods are not able to be auto-scrapped when you craft. However, if you choose to break them down, you can still scrap them if you select them. Traveling Pharmacy perk does not affect the weight on Radaway and other chems. This has now been fixed, as weight reduction effects now properly applies to Radaway, diluted Radaway, stim packs, diluted stim packs, blood packs, glowing blood packs, disease cures, and antibiotics. Early warnings quests cannot be completed. The quest will no longer become stuck when crafting upgraded motors, and logging out after crafting upgraded motors will no longer reset the quest tracker to 0 out of 5. And lastly, Azerty keyboard support was added into patch 5. As for the known issues planned to be addressed in the next patch, damaging another player's camps tags the player as wanted. Previously bulldozed objects cannot be bulldozed again. Tamed creatures cause camp budget to increase without ever decreasing. Messaged that lack required materials, but materials list shows that all materials are available. Items can accidentally be dropped in Hopper during Feed the People, causing them to be lost. Armor rating is higher in power armor while wearing no clothes than it is well clothed. And lastly, the Bear Arms perk no longer reduces weights of the auto grenade launcher. As for issues under investigation and planned for a future update down the line, legendary creatures not dropping legendary loot, energy weapon durability and performance, salvaged Assaultron head consuming all of its ammo in one shot, teammates can become invisible after loading into an interior or exterior simultaneously, and lastly, in the quantity transfer menu, it's possible to scroll past 1, causing the quantity to reset to maximum. And last but not least, requests made for Fallout 76. Power armor and or weapons renaming. We are looking into this as an option for an update later in the year. Events. We are assessing different options, as the suggested approach of adding the event timer to the map will not provide accurate feedback about the actual status of the event. Each event has different event failure criteria that correspond to the specific gameplay challenges in that event, in addition to the overall timer, which is the maximum amount of time players have to complete the event objective successfully. For example, in a defense objective, the objective or objectives being protected could be nearly destroyed, but there could still be 15 minutes left on the overall timer. While we explore options, we hope you continue to provide your thoughts and feedback on our events. And lastly, for the known issues and feedback list, display items in camp as decor. We are looking into this for a future update and welcome feedback on specific items you'd like to be able to display. And all in all, I think it's a decent list of known issues and feedback. I would personally love it to be a more exhaustive list than what is here, as there are plenty of huge issues I can think of that are not on this list that I really think should be. I'm also not a fan of the already patched issues being on the list, as it just feels like redundant information at this point. That's just my opinion, but I'm glad Bethesda Game Studios at least followed through with making the list in the first place. Be sure to let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. But that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, please smack that like button down below, subscribe to join the good fight if you haven't already, and ring that bell icon to stay updated in all of my future videos. It'd be super greatly appreciated as always. And until next time, this is Epoxy, signing off.